become more popular in the way most companies are deciding to conduct business in wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Our next guest has been working from home successfully since she launched her business more than 12 years ago. Here with some tips to help us navigate the landscape is business strategist for women entrepreneurs, Racheal Cook. We welcome her back to our show. Racheal, it is fantastic to see you this morning.
It's so great to be back.
I love that all of us are scrambling to kind of get our ducks in a row to be able to see you and talk with you this morning. And this is old hat for you. You totally are comfortable. You've got your setup and ready to go.
Absolutely. I have been using all of the tools we have to go online since 2008 when I first started my business. So I actually have a whole setup here. I'll have to send you a picture where I have my phone, my camera, my mic, all the things.
I've already said that you are my spirit animal here. I just am admiring so much of the things that you do. You are kind of exhibiting step number one in terms of getting a workspace going, and that's creating a dedicated workspace when you're working from home. This is pretty important.
It is hugely important. When I first started my business, I did not have children at the time, and I was able to easily set up like a little folding table in the corner of my guest room. But over the years, I knew that it was really, really important for me to have a dedicated office space, especially once you start to add husbands and children into the mix. You need a place where you can close the door. So I would recommend those of you who are finding yourself suddenly needing office space or you need a place to work, I recommend not working from bed and not working from the corner of your sofa, because you'll find yourself unable to actually rest and relax, which is just incredibly important right now. But you'll also find yourself distracted. That TV is going to turn on and you're not going to find yourself as focused as you could be. So if you can find, whether it's a corner of your kitchen table or like I did all those years ago, I had a little folding table I set up in the corner of a bedroom. That helps you have one place where when you sit down to work, you know it's go time and you're going to have an easier time staying focused.
And it's kind of important too, getting down to the nitty gritty when you create that dedicated space, whether it is a beautiful backdrop and beautiful space and you can close the door, or it is that folding table, you can leave your elements out. You can leave your computer out. Everything that you need is at the ready. So when you go to it, you are going to work.
Absolutely. To me, that was something that was a big game changer, knowing that I didn't have to like reset up every time I wanted to sit down and work. Or for those who have little teeny tiny kids at home, knowing that you can just leave it out and that it's not in an area where they're going to get into it will just help you navigate this a little easier.
So there's sort of that age range where the little bit older children are able to entertain themselves for a little bit while mom or dad or caregiver needs to work. But if you have younger children, you've got some strategies on navigating that as well.
Yes, absolutely. When I started my business, I had twins within a year of launching my business. So if you can imagine starting a brand new business, my husband was working as a school teacher and I had newborn twins. We had to figure it out pretty quickly. So I understand all those parents out there with little kids. One thing I would say is if you have a partner or you have someone you can tag team with, it's really helpful to dedicate who is going to be watching children and who is going to be working, and then kind of swap shifts. I was never the type of mom who could actually be productive while simultaneously watching my kids. So my husband and I would literally tag team and swap shifts for who was in charge of the kids and who was in charge of working.
Yep, tag you're it. And I see somebody stepping into the ring and tackling work. And you started to tiptoe into that next thought on creating a schedule, right? We all have this maybe romanticized view of we roll out of bed, you're still in jams and you go to your workspace, but this is get up and go and create a schedule to keep you on track.
This is going to be so important, especially during the next couple of weeks when we are thrust into an all new environment. Sometimes the best thing we can do is set ourselves up for success in advance by mapping out the key things that we need to do. So in your schedule, it's really important to set your work hours. Now, some people who are employees might already have their teams, their managers saying, hey, we need you available from this time to this time. But it's really important to not only think about your work hours, but to think about the other things that you need to do to take care of yourself as a human being right now, including when are you going to go work out, whether that's your work out in your living room with your kids like I'm doing right now, or going on a walk around the neighborhood, think about when are you going to pause and take breaks. Breaks are really important for our mental stamina, our ability to stay focused. So planning out your calendar, I usually recommend in about 25 to hour-long chunks will really help you stay focused through the day.
Right, because in a traditional work environment, or what used to be a traditional work environment, you would get up and have a change of scenery and come back to your desk. So make sure that you're baking that in at home too and building that schedule. Racheal, you've got some great ideas. I can't wait to learn more.
Thanks so much.
Good talking with you. Appreciate it. We'll have a little more information on our website later today, WTVR.com/VTM, about staying focused while you're creating that dedicated workspace at home. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.